today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Tennessee Titans and our home team. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. 120.
56. Here we go again. Check nickel.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check.
Hey, alert. 21.
Garoppolo now. Got a man. It's Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
A first down carry for Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go. 180.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Here we go. 180.
Let's see what you got.
Coming this way. Here we go.
On first down, Garoppolo. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Shift. 11.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. So this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Now Garoppolo. And this one complete to Smith. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
White.
56, Mike, 56.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? There's Garoppolo to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jonnu Smith there to make the grab. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Kill.
Left.
Check.
Keep it skinny.
Right there. 54, right there.
Small.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Gordon.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set 180, black 15.
54, Mike 54. You're the night. You're the night.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here we go, here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Here we go.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Alert 3.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180.
Check 15, check 15. Check the backer, check the backer.
12, 12.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check 56.
Stay hot.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. And that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Derrick Henry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Left. Behind.
First down, Rivers. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Rivers. Got Gordon open, completes it. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
That 180.
Mike 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Load it.
Mike 54.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Rivers now. He's got it to Williams. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Rivers again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here we go. 180.
Hey, check. Watch tight end. Tight right.
11.
Hey, check. 3 down. Switch.
Hey, alert.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. This will be caught once again by Brown. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll run with Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, watch it, watch it.
21. Here we go. Hit.
49 to
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On second down, it's Henry. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Check.
Black. Hey, Delta.
Garoppolo. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Throwing again on second down. Rivers. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a second down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Drop deep, drop deep.
They'll throw again. Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, it's Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, let's go. 49 is the mark.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This will be caught by Brown. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. Black 80!
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Garoppolo now. The open man is Smith. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
49
The Charger drive about to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Rivers to throw it. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Block 15!
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And an alley to run. Busting free at the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Now that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Watch 54. You don't know no better.
0.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So the Titans bring the offense back out to go for 2.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go. Safe. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
11.
Let's go, D, let's go.
21. 2.
In your face.
Bravo.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
56. Here we go. He's crashing. He's checking.
Clock.
Rush in.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. Desmond King making the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the shift. He's checking. Crash.
They'll run it again with Henry. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
21. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that's caught by Smith. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
2. 11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Hey, alert 3.
12, fellas, here we go.
Turn up.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Titans 26, Chargers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
You ready?
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Rivers now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
The offense retains possession.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't.
Now Rivers. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Delta.
Gordon. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
180. Round 80.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second 90. Block 15.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Stay there. Stay there. 380.
54. Mike 54.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Red Delta.
Now Rivers. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 2. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30, past the 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That's how you score.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, Delta! Wait, 80 hot!
Rivers. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
You better bring it.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Cluster.
3rd and long for Rivers. Gets it to Gordon. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. The critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. On the end around, here comes Williams. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
Here's Rivers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass.
To throw again. Rivers got Gordon open, completes it. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Rivers on 4th down. And it is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs.
Here we go, here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Again, it's Henry. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
Watch twist.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watts. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. White, 89.
Rivers now from the 50. Able to get this to Gordon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Over the middle, complete. That's Watts. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Titans, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.